Hello there, Colonel Jet here, with some very old games. If you were a part of the... hold on one second. We don't really need the menu music. I'm here with some really old games. If you're a part of my generation of gaming, you probably don't know what the hell these things are. Maybe you've heard of them in legend about being some of the one of the first games ever to come out for Atari. Some of them being the first games, period. Like maybe you've heard of Asteroids or Tempest or Pong. They have Pong. Let me just reinstate this. You have Missile Command. You have Millipede. You have Major Havoc, Lunar Landing, Liberator, Gravatar, Crystal Castle, Centipede, Black Widow. I haven't played that one yet. Asteroids Deluxe, Asteroid Warlord, and then you have Pong. The first, quoted, or not quoted, one of the first games ever made. Was it the first game ever made? I don't know. But this was reportedly, from what I've heard, one of the first games ever made. Pong. And if you guys are wondering what game this is Atari Arcade, I believe. Let me check. Atari Vault is the name of the game. Right now it's on sale. I believe you can buy it for $15, if I'm not mistaken. I don't recall what the price was. I think it was like $14 or $15 on sale, or something like that. $14 on sale. And yeah, that's pretty much it though. So I'm going to take you guys through some of the more classic games, maybe some of them that you've heard of. Yeah, welcome to the old version of gaming. Now, if you're, again, a part of my generation of gaming when, these games are in legend, like no one's ever heard of these games. These games are not graphically superior. They're not really story based. Most of them are just play just to get points. Let me give you an example. Here's Asteroids, and it might be a little loud. This is Asteroids, and I suck at it. Darn it. Okay. Oops. So, if you've gotten the objective, or if you haven't found out what you're supposed to do, you're literally just supposed to shoot these asteroids and spaceships, get points, and not get hit by the asteroids or spaceships at all. And that's game over, my friends. That is 3 lives. So we're just going to do, screw it, AAA, why not? So yeah, that is Asteroids. I love classical games. Nah, I'm kidding. I actually love these kinds of games. Here's another more famous one, Centipede. A lot of people know this game. This game's I believe it's been known to be one of the best old arcade ones. Not the best, but it's one of the best. This game was actually in the film Pixels, which is kind of cool. Welcome to the game. Yes! Ah! So the one thing that you'll notice is that so the one thing that you'll notice if you've been watching my gameplay is I suck at this. I suck at this game or these kinds of games. Let me try to find one that I liked a lot. Millipede. If you were wondering, yes, Millipede is the exact same as Centipede, except it's, I think, a little more graphically enhanced. Here, you know what? We could try it out. I don't know. To me, yeah. See, a lot of this stuff is more like, yeah. See, in the game, you only had the spider, and I think you had the beetle, but none of these other things. You never had a DDT bomb or the mosquito or dragonfly. Um, I say it's graphically enhanced. Sorry, I didn't say that. I've heard that there's like patterns to this that you can learn. Ah, I keep getting hit by the beetle. Oops, ah, crap. So, that was the Millipede one. That was the Millipede version. I don't know, you guys can compare, the Millipede to the Centipede version. I'm gonna show you guys one of my more favorite ones. Let me see. Is it here? No. So now here's kind of the cool thing. Is these are all the cabinet games where you go to the arcades and you obviously put in the quarters to play the game. These are actually for the Atari 2600, the ones with like the little cartridges and stuff where you slap them into console. If you guys were ever a fan of like these kinds of games, you might know what Sword Quest was. Look this up. This is actually a true thing. Sword Quest. By the way, if you guys want to know a lot about Sword Quest, I highly suggest going to go look at the Angry Video Game Nerd about Sword Quest. He does a pretty good job of explaining this kind of stuff. He's also one of my favorite YouTubers. Sword Quest was actually a game where you get a comic book when you ordered the game. And mind you, this was when, you got the box. This was before the internet, where you could buy these kinds of games, just play them on your computer. This was when you had to buy them from like places in the. Basically, you can't just say, "Oh, hey, mom, can I have your credit card?" "Oh, sure, little Bobby. Here's my credit card. Where are you gonna buy it on?" "Oh, I'm gonna look on the internet for an Atari 2600 version of Sword Quest." No, you couldn't do that. Granted, I'm 19 years old, turning 20 next month, so I'm one to talk. Although I grew up with the Nintendo 64. But true story, the Sword Quest games were actually more than just games. There were stories or contests. In the game, you would get, I believe, a comic book, and when you play the game, there are clues that you can find in the game that links you to the comic book. Like, I think one of them was like page, like the first number would be like a page number, and then the second number would be like a panel. So it would be like page 8, panel 3 or whatever. I don't know. I wasn't a part of this. This is before I was born. This is on Atari. I never owned one, but yeah. So a lot of people play. As you can see down here in the lower right hand or left hand corner where my mouse is, there's that sticker that says play. You can't really see it, but it says play the $150,000 Sword Quest challenge. Yes, this thing was a challenge. You buy the game, you get the comic, you do the clues, and it gives you a set of words. You do the word, or you make the words into a sentence, and I believe you mail them to the people who made Sword Quest. You'd be invited out to do a contest if you were very lucky, and you do the contest, and you'd get a certain prize. Now, this isn't some crappy plastic sword or something like that. This was actual like metal. I believe the first one was a talisman. It was a gold talisman with a bunch of like 12 diamonds and like 18 karat gold. I forget. This one, as you can see in the picture, this was a chalice. You do the chalice and you get you do this one, same principle as the first one. You find the clues, you do the whole thing, and you'd go out there and do the tournament, and you'd have a set amount of time to do a customized version of Sword Quest, and you had to do it within a time limit. Fastest one won, I believe. This one was the chalice. You win the tournament, you get the chalice, which is oh, by the way, each prize was worth $25,000 back then. So yeah, you get the chalice. That's gold and silver, I believe. And then here's the one that the contest never took place. Waterworld. $25,000 game or prizes. And the crown, I believe, was gold crown, as you can see just in the picture. But I think it also had like rubies, sapphires, and a bunch of other stuff, which actually did come out to a price of $25,000. Then you did another one where I believe that one would be Fireworld. No, that's Fireworld. Airworld, that was it. You did that one, and you, if you won that one, I believe you get a crown, or not crown, sword, and a Philosopher's Stone. That was your prize for winning everything. Unfortunately, though, the last game, Airworld, never came out. Unfortunately, it was canceled because I believe at the time the company that was making all the games was bought out or sold. I can't remember. But anyways, if you want the full thing, go to Angry Video Game Nerd, Nerd's channel. Love his stuff. I love that kind of old timey stuff. But anyways, enough of me rambling. Let's get into a game. So as you can see, a lot of these games, or some of these games, look just the same. You have Centipede. Yeah, you had Centipede. Yeah. Oh, terribly sorry, guys. I mean, you had Hangman. You had Millipede. You had Missile Command. See, the cool thing that I like about this stuff, Pong, again, Pong Sports. See, the thing is, back then, a lot of the games that you're seeing here, you didn't have these, really. See, first you had these cabinet games, where you have to go to a place, and you have to go and play them there, and spend your quarters. Well, as time went on, they started coming out with cartridges, and, well, wouldn't you know it? Buy an Atari, buy the cartridge, now you can play the game for free, all with your buddies or by yourself. Certain games, of course, you need to have 2 players for. What was one of them?